Alright, today's Monday. It's a little late. I got about an hour and a half. So we're running on old man power. I gotta get this thing inside. It's raining. So there's that little tiny hill here, but if I get no traction, I ain't getting it. We're getting it. I'm gonna go push this thing in. We're on old man power, so push this thing inside. Holy Christ. Alright. It's in here. I gotta dry it off a little. Of course, I probably don't have none. I gotta go searching. Oh my God. Alright. See if I can find something to dry this with. Alright, we got the passenger side dry. I guess that's where we're starting today. So we're gonna hook this up. We left off, I got it in the car, sat it down, and kind of called it quits after that. So I'm gonna try and get some of this hooked up today. I wanted to get out a little earlier, but I didn't. So, holy shit, I gotta catch my breath, man. Alright, it's not that bad pushing it in. It's a little tiny little incline coming in the garage. And like I said, it's wet out, and your feet start slipping. So you gotta kind of like try to bite down on your shoes and push. Oof. Alright. So I'm probably gonna start by, I guess I put some motor mount bolt in, I can do the fill pump, header bolts, all that stuff. So we'll grab my stuff. I got my motor mount bolt here. I can't really see very good, but light. See my hands through the header. Nice. Grab a wrench. Two wrenches. Just like a dummy. Hey, some light. Alright, one of the things I'm planning on doing is getting rid of this mess. This whole wire mess right here drives me nuts. So what happened, I guess the wires just aren't long enough, so I'm going to just take all this out. Not right now, but I'm going to take it all out and I'm just going to go. I'm going to run it night way better than this. Or I think I did that when I was putting the engine in just to get it fired up. So I think it's time to clean this shit up. I didn't want to let it sit even this long. Like that. On the bolts. Two. Three. More. I'm going to put some bell housing bolts in. Got the motor mount situated, so we get the bell housing bolts going. Get all that done. Put that fuel pump on. This is what I'm standing on today. You haven't lived until you just used your anvil to stand on as a step stool because you're short. Alright, I got these bolts in on this side of the bell housing. I'm going to do the other side when they get over there. I'm going to do the fuel pump now, which I'm running just a stock fuel pump. We're going to make a change very soon. I got the new sump I'm going to weld to the gas tank or solder to the tank. I haven't done my research on that one yet. We used to solder them, I believe, back in the day. It's been a while since I've run one, so I think I'm going to look into learning how to solder it and get it done. Then we're going to go to pump, electric pump. We're changing the whole fuel system, bigger fuel line, all that happy stuff. We're just running a stock pump right now. It's what I had to fire it up with. I haven't really made any crazy, I haven't made any passes in the car, obviously, but I've gone up the road with it a few times, hopped on a little bit. It runs really good, but we know that fuel pump's not going to cut it, so I'll have to get started on the fuel system next. And then I think I'm going to order some tires for the back of it. I think we're going to go with a set of slicks on the back and see what it does. And we'll launch it a couple times to see how good it goes. I'm not going to launch it too hard. I got the stock 8. It's the stock 8.2 10-bolt rear with brand new Yukon Posi in it with 373s. It's not going to last with this engine. So I'm going to do a couple. We'll do a couple soft launches with it, but I don't even know what it's going to do. So it's probably going to spin tire, and I'm probably going to have to make other changes. But we got to start somewhere. So I think that's where we're going to start. We got to set tires and see what happens with those, and then we'll go with changing the suspension around, which I don't like. I love the stance of this car, so I really didn't want to mess with it. But we got to get it to hook. And after we get it hooked, and I think we'll go play around. There's a couple of guys that kind of annoyed me a little bit. I want to show up and just shut them up. Show them what they really got. I mean, to me, I don't want to talk too much shit, but they're not likable people, so they're going to have to get drugged, I think, a little bit. They brag a lot. So I want to take that away from them. If I can find my fuel pump, well, that's, I don't know if I left them in it, that's why I can't find them. Alright, we get this fuel pump out and stop talking shit. Even though I'm going to talk a lot of shit pretty soon, but anyway, I gotta get this fuel pump mounted so we can get closer to firing this thing. So that push rod that goes in there that moves off the camshaft and moves your pump around. If you take and put that bolt in on top, there's 2 bolt holes there. It's the top bolt hole. If you put a long bolt in, it goes all the way through, and it'll hit that push rod, and it keeps it up. So when you put your pump in, it just kind of, it stays up there, up out of the way, so it doesn't really give you a hard time. You're not fighting it, because if you don't do it, that rod will just come right back down while you're trying to put the pump in. You'll fight with it. It's a pain in the ass. But yeah, there's that bolt. So, all right, got the fuel pump on. I gotta take that bolt back out. Gotta have a bolt in there though, because it will leak through that hole. So you want to make sure you got a bolt with it. And on the 400 block, I have the other side, one of the power steering bracket holes goes right through to the water jacket. So I have to, I'm gonna get a stud. I'm gonna make a stud just to put in there, some Teflon on it, so I can put my pump on and not have to worry about if I have to take the pump back off. I'll have that stud in there, so I won't be pissing antifreeze out all over the place if I just have to take the pump off. So there's that. Alright, so fuel pump is on, we're good there. Motor mount bolts in. I didn't touch the other side yet. It's all wet, I gotta wipe it down. Let's see what else I can get done on this side. I gotta do the header. I think I'm gonna unbolt it from the exhaust. It's just easier because that exhaust is super heavy. It's got an H pipe on it. I'm gonna sit there messing with it. I'd rather just disconnect it. I don't know if I'm doing that now. It's all wet. To the other side. My starter, that's underneath. I got a lot of stuff to redo on here too, so. Alright, so it's Tuesday. Getting ready to work on the Chevelle, but I had to take a look at Debo real quick. Debo's our Jeep. I noticed the other day it was kind of, the steering felt weird. It was, I could feel the steering wheel going like this a little bit. Not a death wobble, but. So, when I got the Dunkin' Donuts, I got out and I noticed the quick disconnect for the sway bar was completely undone on one side. And then I noticed that both sides are uneven. So I'm going to take a couple of minutes just to even them out. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So this side, I don't know how much it's out. I got to measure it, but they're not screwed in the same amount. Trying to get my tape measure going. So this one's sitting at about 3/4 of an inch. This one it's almost 1.25 inches. A little less than that. But I think we're gonna even them out, and that happens from when I'm off-roading if the Jeep's not sitting level. When I go to put these back, they I kind of, sometimes I'm off a little, it's not level, and I gotta just, after 7 hours, I'm just throwing shit together, getting it so I could drive it home. So I'm gonna oil these up too while I'm here, WD-40, but we're gonna even them out. I gotta do that. I gotta check for a loose connection because the battery keeps it just keeps resetting. Radio's all reset, everything's all reset, and I just put a new battery in it, so I'm gonna check my connections real quick, and then I'm gonna go work on the show. Actually, Jeep's been running good for a change. Had a lot of problems. Just did the timing chain on it. They actually straightened out a lot. 157,000. The chain was smoked. Plastic guides were gone. One of them was gone. All right, so I got that one's all oiled up. Oil up this bushing a little bit. Oiled up my phone a little bit. All right, so I left both sides at 3/4 of an inch. So I'll put these on, tighten up my jam nuts, and hopefully we'll be good after that. Yeah, wife says to me, I want a Jeep. I said, absolutely not, no way. I'm not buying no Jeep. What are you, nuts? We had a Challenger, Dodge Challenger, 14 Dodge Challenger. Car was fast, it was a lot of fun. I said, no Jeeps. So as I'm trading in the Challenger for the Jeep, yeah, that was the day it all started. I became the Jeep mechanic, nothing but problems. But I love the damn thing. Can't get me out of it. It's too much fun. She calls it Faruka from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I call it Debo because it robs all my time and money. All right, we're even on both sides. Get that, and I'm going to tighten up, check these battery cables, make sure they're clean, and then I'm going to work on my Chevelle. So, all right, it's another day out here. Got some longer studs for the carb. So we'll try and get those put in. I'm only getting about an hour every day. I'm so busy working and everything. Get much time off these days. I'm try these little studs and I'll be longer for my brackets. Alright, look at that. I think we're going to be in good shape. So I got the throttle cable bracket, and I got a bracket for my regulator. That's not out here yet, because I didn't do the fuel system yet, but that's coming. As I said before, I got the tank and I got the sump. So I'm going to weld it together. And I get a chance. After I get this thing fired up and get everything else done, I'm going to start the fuel system. So hopefully we'll get this thing going. Like I said before, I want to take this out, hurt some feelings pretty soon. Need a couple more weeks before I get some slicks on this thing. I don't think the rear end's going to like it, but let's see how far we get with it. I'm going to try and go easy on the launches, but I got to get it to hook. So we're going to start working on getting some traction. I don't think this car's ever seen this much horsepower, so gotta see what it's gonna do. Well, might as well start with a pair of tires. Alright, here we go. I'll lose these. Like that, like that. Alright. That's much better. Maybe we'll find some nuts. Box is ready for it. So I gotta do the exhaust next. I gotta do the I gotta disconnect the header on the bottom because it's got an H pipe and it's way too heavy for me to try and move it around. Alright. What? Oh boy. Kindergarten starts very soon. Love the grandkids, but they're going to school soon. Well, you get a little more time to work on this thing. Arya! Arya! Come here! Yeah! Can I be a mermaid too?
No.
Why? Huh? Because I'm old? I'm a merman. I'm always got dirty hands. I asked her yesterday if I could be a princess. She said no, because you're a dirty old man. Dirty as in, you know, take a shower. But yeah, it's funny. Alright, so we're fitting our brackets this time. Let's see. I gotta find the other bracket now. Put it away on the shelf. And of course, I can't get to the shelf right now without going through the house because the door's locked. So. put my tools away, I'd probably find them a lot faster. Always rushing around. Nice and tight. That's going to work good. I'll run my spacer. Alright, I got to finish hooking up stuff. I'm probably going to disconnect the exhaust, get the headers bolted, get this motor mount bolted. Start on that. The dipstick too. Dipstick tube in, throw this air cleaner on, keeping the bolts out. You don't want that. Let's see what's going on. There we go. Get these headers bolted up, I can get the plugs in. Still got to make a stud for that power steering pump. Alright, get the headers unbolted from the exhaust. I'm trying to get these headers bolted up. The engine. It's always a good time. Nice and easy. Fired up as fast as I can. Hey, time. Time is not on my side ever. I'm working 16 hours tomorrow. Only got about an hour today. Being a YouTuber ain't easy. What are you guys doing? Huh? Nothing. Just playing with the hose.
What are you doing?
Put my headers on. Oh, excuse me. It's got to be one. You would think, like, you know, oh, the sun's beating down. Maybe I should put the car in the garage. No. It'll stay in the sun. Why do something easy? What's going on with this guy? I got it. Maybe one of those bolts, you think you got it, and you don't. Let's see. Of course it is, because we got two different size header bolts. Would you look at that? These are the worst set of headers. I had to dent the tubes to get the bolts in them. So every time you go to take them off, so I think I dented them enough. It's a pain in the ass. Tiny little dents in the tubes. I never had to do before on a set of headers, but it's the first time for everything, I guess. Maybe these headers were built on a Friday or Monday. There we go. These things were never as much of a pain in the ass as you do them when they're hot. I'm also taking these wing nuts off. I got studs, new nuts. Put those on. Just had to glue this together with what I had. So I get it fired up. They're all 3/8. Alright, got that side's all done. I gotta do this side. Well, I'm gonna run out of time. I gotta make the kids pizza. I promised that. 1 o'clock. Gonna leave for work at 2 o'clock. I'm working all day tomorrow, so it's probably gonna be the weekend before I finish getting it fired up. Hopefully this starter issue is good to go. Nice new flywheel. Either way, we had to take the engine out. So I'm glad it's fixed. Hopefully it's fixed. Better be fixed. We'll fire it up. Some other things to do. swap my gaskets. What to do is what. So we got the hardest one to do. We'll get it. Three, 1, 2, I think I dropped one. One of those tough ones. We're gonna dent the pipe. Back the header up. Everything goes in straight. Except that back. That back one I gotta twist myself like a friggin' pretzel. And second to the last one I gotta get started. This is first one, second one. One of them. Alright, she's going. Nice and easy. Good. That means we didn't cross it. Pain in the ass when it's done. I got the other pain in the ass one. Do that last. We're running out of time. That's going to be another day, I feel like. Multi-size header bolts. Stupid. I don't know why would somebody make a 3/8 header bolt and 7/16, which is fine. But we'll change it. Unfortunately, I got bought this up. It's a 3/8. got that. Okay. What? Huh? Oh boy. All right.
And I love donuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My friend Nick likes donuts too.
So can I have it?
Does she not want it?
Yeah, she doesn't.
You can have it.
Is that a big block?
No, it's a small block, buddy.
Oh.
I wanted a big block, but I couldn't find one at the time, so we went with a small block. It's all right. Small blocks are cool. Make lots of horsepower. That's probably gonna do it for today. I gotta go make pizza. I usually make my own dough, my own sauce. The kids love it, so I'm gonna make some pizza and then get ready for work. Tomorrow I work 16 hours, so it's gonna be probably Saturday. Maybe I'll get this thing fired up. We're not that far from starting it. I gotta hook up the starter, put the exhaust back up, put the distributors in. I gotta put the cap and wires on, plugs in it. I should be able to hear it run, so. And then after that, I'm gonna start doing some of the other stuff, power steering pump, wiper motor, fix up some of that MSD wiring, which I'm probably gonna do before I even start it. Just wanna get that done out of the way. So I'm gonna extend those wires and just kind of so I can hide it a little bit better. Just hide all the wiring, because I gotta go inside the fender and coming back out. And then against the firewall, it's a mess. So we're gonna clean that up. So I just put a piece of wire loom over it and be done with it. And now I'm going for a ride, a good ride, because I know the car's gonna go. I know everything's working, so I should be able to get it out, take it for a nice ride, probably film it, rip some good burnouts, do whatever. But anyway, that's it for today. I'll probably post this video, and then I'm gonna finish up on probably Saturday or Sunday, one of the 2 days. Try and get out here, get some of this work done, get this thing fired up. So hopefully the starter hits right and I don't have these problems again. Anyway, see you next time.